All right, in this video, wanted to go over the operational terms and graphics quiz. This is a quiz that I created after a retest because most of my class during OCS failed. So created this quiz, and I'm actually reviewing it currently at Bullock, and I figured I'd share it with anybody who might be able to use it or gain some benefit from it. So we'll go ahead and start with how to keep this short. I probably won't go over all the questions. There's a decent amount of questions that are on the quiz, but I'll go over it and then I'll copy the link in the description so you can take the quiz. You just have to enter your email address and then take it as many times as you want. Okay. First question, are offset location indicators optional for unit symbols? Yes, except for HQ elements. Second, during mission planning, how many levels should you know? You want to know 2 levels up. In a fire team wedge, what is the separation between team members? 10 meters at a 45-degree angle. When moving in a squad, who can halt security? Answer, anyone in the squad. Doesn't matter who it is. So you want to name these 2 symbols. So it's platoon. Platoon is the rectangle with 3 dots. And then regiment is the rectangle with 3 lines. In movement techniques, what is the squad leader's responsibility in the headquarters element? I'll say again. In movement techniques, what is the squad leader's responsibility in the headquarters element? Correct answer is accountability, command and control, and everything the squad does or fails to do. When should you break contact? That's an easy one. When your squad is outnumbered. What is the most intensive step in the TLPs? Making a tentative plan. In the terrain analysis worksheet, which aspect is the most important part? That's deductions, the so what? No, I got this one wrong. What are 3 types of terrain classifications? The correct answer is unrestricted, restricted, and severely restricted. I say again, the correct answer is for 3 types of terrain classifications: unrestricted, restricted, and severely restricted. What is the purpose of control measures? Correct answer, it's how commanders use symbols to control movement on the ground. I'll say again, because this one's a bit counterintuitive. What is the purpose of control measures? The correct answer is how commanders use symbols to control movement on the ground. What does AGADAP represent? What does it mean? Correct answer is A is for analyze, G is for generate. The second A is for array forces. The D is to develop. The third A is to assign. And P is to prepare. What are the essential tasks of your decisive operation supporting efforts must? I say again, the essential task of your decisive operation / supporting efforts must. Correct answer is mask the effects of overwhelming combat power at your decisive point. Decisive point, excuse me. True or false? Classification is not required in a terrain model. Correct answer is true. You do not, I say again, you do not need classification in a terrain model. True or false? Your decisive operation always accomplishes your decisive point. That's true. In traveling Overwatch, what is the distance between the lead team and the headquarters element? 50 meters. I say again, in a traveling Overwatch, what is the difference between the lead team and the headquarters element? And that's 50 meters. Which rehearsal is the easiest technique to set up? That's an easy answer. It's map. What are military symbols used on? Situational maps, overlays, annotated aerial photos. No, got this one wrong. In a traveling overwatch, what is the distance between the headquarters element and the trail element? So headquarters and the trail team in a traveling overwatch, the distance is 20 meters. Which of the following is a company in a regiment with a regimental commander? This is tough, and the correct answer is Alpha/3-1. What color affiliation is considered unknown? Yellow. What are the 5 major terrain features? Easy one. Hill, ridge, valley, saddle, depression. When should you use bounding overwatch? When enemy contact is expected. How many elements can leaders generally manage before losing effectiveness? It's an easy one, between 2 to 5 elements. Which wargaming method is the most time intensive? This is a hard one, so belt method. The belt method is the most time intensive wargaming method. What color are friendly unit symbols? Can't believe I got this one wrong. The correct answer is blue. Blue is the color for friendly unit symbols. True or false, the confidence with which you brief your order will have a direct effect on how your soldiers view your plan. That's correct. It's a true statement. Okay, what are the 5 courses of action criteria? I got this one wrong. The correct answer is suitable, feasible, acceptable, distinguishable, complete. Say again, the 5 courses of action criteria: suitable, feasible, acceptable, distinguishable, complete. What is the responsibility of the team leader in the lead fire team? And that's frontal security, route selection, and land nav. What's the distance between troops in the modified wedge? 3 to 5 meters. What is the first thing you do when receiving enemy contact? It's an easy one. Immediately return fire, then find cover and concealment. After clearing the LOA, where does the squad leader position him or herself? And that's at the apex of the formation. What is the purpose of doing recon? And that's to confirm or deny assumptions made during the planning process. During movement techniques, the leader of the trail fire team is responsible for rear security, assisting with accountability, and assisting with command and control. What are the 3 types of wargaming? It's an easy one: belt, avenue, and depth, and box method. When should a squad use traveling overwatch? Traveling overwatch is used when contact is possible. The tricky one: what is the first thing you brief in your op order? And the answer is the first thing you brief is the task organization. What is the acronym that represents the COA development? I got this one wrong, and that's AGADAP. What color are friendly control measures? So I got this one confused. So friendly control measures, the correct answer is black or blue. What are the 5 minor terrain features? Easy one: cliff, draw, spur, cut, and fill. What are the 4 briefing techniques? 4 briefing techniques are orient your audience, box the boundaries, familiarize the audience, and trace through the map. In a traveling movement, what is the distance between the headquarters element and the trail element? So in a traveling movement, the correct answer is 20 meters, and that's consistent. So distance between the headquarters element and the trail team will always be 20 meters. So remember that as a rule of thumb. And in the traveling movement technique, what is the distance between the lead team and the headquarters element? So in the traveling movement, the correct distance is 20 meters. The modified wedge, what is the alpha team leader's position? And that's at the apex of the formation. When do squads use the traveling movement technique? Traveling is when contact is not likely. I see again, when contact is not likely, which is not a key aspect in terrain analysis. So this one is avenues in depth. Avenues in depth is a wargaming method. What is the purpose of military symbols? You should really know this one. You should memorize this one. This will be on the quiz that you take. What is the purpose of military symbols? The correct answer is to allow commanders and staffs to display certain elements of the operational picture. True or false? Commanders have intent. So do platoon and squad leaders. So that's false. I don't know why I got that wrong. So only commanders have intent. Platoon and squad leaders execute in order to meet the commander's intent. What does SILS stand for? The correct answer is stop, look, listen, and smell. Which of the following is not part of mission analysis? So out of these ones, technique rehearsals is not a mission analysis. Mission analysis is METTC. What is the most common movement formation in the Army? That's the fire team wedge. It's an easy one. Are frames optional for equipment symbols? Yes, for both. What are the 3 types of methods you can receive a mission? That's an easy one. Warning order, operation order, and fragmentary order. Which war game follows smaller group until completion? That's avenue in depth. What are 3 examples of a decisive point that allows commanders a marked advantage? 3 examples are graphic place, specific key element, or enabling system. What are the 4 types of slope? Gentle, steep, concave, and convex. Which rehearsal is the most popular rehearsal technique? And that's terrain model, another easy one. What color affiliation is considered neutral? Color affiliation is green. Which one is not an example of rehearsal technique? Out of these, it's leader's recon. Leader's recon is not a rehearsal technique. You're actually doing recon. And last one that I have here, true or false, PLs and squad leaders do not have intent, they issue key tasks. And that's correct. So as mentioned before, only commanders have intent. Squad leaders and platoon leaders, they just issue key tasks. Okay, I'll go ahead and drop the link in the description. Any feedback is welcome. Anything that I can do to make the quiz better for anybody, just let me know and I'll try to include that or make those changes. Thank you.